Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown. I built this team that has a Choice Specs Kommo-o on it. The combination of Focus Blast plus Flamethrower is able to very easily pressure Heatran and Ferrothorn, which just paves endgame paths for Mega Mawile and Superior, which I very much like. We have enough speed for Max Speed Jolly Mega Tyranitar, which allows us to go ahead and hit that before it Mega Evolves, which is great. Mega Mawile is the 4 attacks variant right here. I prefer it over the XD3 attacks variant just because even at +2 you still got a timer Sucker Punches correctly. I would much rather just have the extra coverage move in Fire Fang. Rotom-Wash is just the Wiki Berry default set. Volt Switch momentum is great into our breakers. Gliscor is pretty much just another pivot like Rotom with U-turn momentum into our breakers. It is also the stealth rocker for the team. Superior is our main win con. Obviously you can go ahead and start stacking Leaf Storm boosts with the contrary. Choice Scarf allows you to outspeed pretty much the entire meta, and then finally we have leftovers Ferrothorn right here. Spec stacking alongside rocks is great for late game Serp, and this also provides us with a better water resist than Rotom as well as a Tapu Lele switch in, and yeah, that'll be the team. You can find it down below in the description if you do wish to try it out yourself. And let's get right into the games. Alright, I found a match right here. My opponent is very weak to Mega Mawile. I also want to keep my Rotom-Wash healthy because if that is Z-Celebrate Victini and I let Rotom get weakened, I'm pretty confident it'll just win, so definitely don't want that to happen. Regarding lead matchup right here, I don't really see a bad lead for Gliscor besides maybe like Torn. I guess Coco and Rotom are pretty bad too, even Lele, so never mind. Let's scratch that idea and instead go ahead and lead off with... Let's lead off with Ferrothorn, I think. If they lead off with Victini, I'll pivot to my Gliscor right away. They decide to lead off with their Tapu Lele, which is totally fine. I'm just going to Gyro Ball as they go for Focus Blast and Mist. I guarantee it lived a Specs one, so that definitely sucks for them right there. They're going to go ahead and bring out their Victini. I think what I want to do is just Leech Seed initially, but this is still my Coco pivot, so let's go Rotom as they go for the V-Create. Okay, so it's not Z-Celebrate. That's really nice to know. I'll just go for the Volt Switch as they bring out their Ferrothorn here. I like the idea of going Kommo and clicking Focus Blast, but I also like the Mega Mawile play. Mega Mawile's a lot smarter right here. It's my best breaker in this game, as sad as it is that Kommo can't do a lot of work. Because they have Torn, Coco, Ferro, I have to predict with it. Let's Mega Evolve here and just Fire Fang up. I'm tempted to play rough, but I also don't really see the point. If Victini comes back out, I can just... I don't think I'll go hard Rotom in case they actually get the Zen Headbutt KO under Psychic Terrain. They do go Rotom-Wash right here, which is a great play. I'll be able to get some chip damage on that, which I really like. And my next play right here should just be into probably Ferrothorn again. I really don't mind it getting burnt, and Spike stacking is going to be really nice. There's that burn. As what I can do right here is just Leech Seed initially. They might pivot into their own Ferrothorn, but they could also go Victini or even Torn, yeah. So I'll just start Spike stacking here. I'm assuming they might U-turn again, so we'll see. But Spikes are really valuable. That's going to get all its health back, unfortunately. Victini is on the field right now. I'm pretty sure Rotom can take a Zen Headbutt. They go for V-Create again, actually, which is fine. I can just Volt Switch out once again. I could honestly see them staying in right here, but they really shouldn't. What would I do against I don't want Ferrothorn coming out. I'm going to Volt Switch. As they actually go Tapu Koko, that's fine. In fact, this is great. This is good damage for Kommo-o later. What I want to do right here is... I think Gliscor is my best option right here. Let's just go Gliscor and hit him up with the U-turn, I think. As they go right for the U-turn themselves into Tornadus. I think I just go Mawile now and start clicking Play Rough. They really don't pivot into this mon. I'm actually going to Thunder Punch initially as they go for the Z. They crit all out Pummeling, which I did live. That's the only reason why I went out into that, so... that's annoying for sure. That's my best breaker, just gone. Maybe I shouldn't have risked it, but I knew I would live that and get rid of Torn, which would have really helped out late game Superior, but now I'm just in a very tough spot right here. Let's go ahead and Volt Switch, as they're kind of giving me this anyway, which is interesting. Let's bring this guy out. Yeah, that crit really sucks, because now I don't really have a reliable way to pressure Ferro outside Kommo-o. Which, I mean, I can do it with that, don't get me wrong, but just a little bit annoying. As they go right for the Focus Blast, they can't hit at all. Wow, this really sucks. I know they missed turn 1, I do remember that. Go for the Gyro Ball again, I guess. They should U-turn or even just hard switch out because of Iron Barbs, but yeah, they go hard Victini. I guess at this point I'll just go ahead and go Rotom again. Yeah, they make the smart pivot out. They should keep Torn this game. As yeah, that'll be able to do a good amount. I don't know if I live or not, but I'll go for the Volt Switch as they go ahead and sack off the Tornadus. Okay, so Rocks plus Kommo and Scarf Serp can win this game. I don't want that Victini coming back in for free. Let's go Gliscor here. As it doesn't really invite anything in particular. And then what I can do is just maybe U-turn out on Ferrothorn if that comes in. Or even just get a Barox is fine. They go Victini, interestingly. I live a Banded V-Create. Do I? Gliscor, do you live this? Victini, Choice Band. I will. And this is something that's stopping my... They go for U-turn, that's fine. Into Rotom. I would always outspeed this right here, which is nice. I can just U-turn out into Ferrothorn on the Hydro Pump. Honestly, just start stacking spikes right here and then go for the endgame that I want. They're gonna obviously go back to Victini, right? No, they go Ferrothorn. This is fine. I'll just continue stacking these up. This is a lot better for me. Let's sack you to get you out. I think I have no reason not to click Flamethrower. Knock out Tapu Koko, nice. That's really good. Victini comes back in, likely going for Zen Headbutt. I don't really need my Ferrothorn. Yeah, there's the Zen Headbutt. That's great for me as well. What I can do right here is just Leech Seed up, I guess. As they go Ferrothorn, I'll just use this as an opportunity to get up my rocks now. As they're Gyro Balling, and now I can just start spamming Earthquake. My Ferrothorn is my next sack, as they miss a Leech Seed, unfortunately. I guess what I'll do is U-turn, sack this to get this in. And I think I have to Focus Blast, don't I? I don't have to do that. I'll Flamethrower here. Yeah, and I think I'm good with my Superior because of how they played this. So let's go right here for the Flamethrower again, I guess. They go for Zen. I guess I have no reason not to try Gliscor first. It doesn't really matter. Let's just go for the U-turn. They can't really switch out because I'll just U-turn to Serp and Leaf Storm anyway. It just comes down to me hitting Leaf Storm once, I guess. Yeah, there's the Zen, and then I just bring this guy out. And Leaf Storm will kill Serp. I just did that so I don't have to hit two of them. They're going to go ahead and forfeit, and we do pick up the win right there. Very hacksy game one for sure. The Focus Blast Smith sucked, but the crit on Mawile was really big as well. So I'll take that, and I'll be right back. So looking back at the last game, I would definitely actually say that the hacks favored me. The main reason being they would have had good damage on Mawile with the Z anyway, and had my Ferrothorn been weakened by the Focus Blast, they definitely would not have gotten Spike stacked on, which would have made it harder for my Superior. But I still think the combination of Kommo-o plus Mawile might have been able to do it. Let's see what we can make happen right here. I know this is Scarf Torn. I pretty much know this exact team by now. I've battled it so many times. What I want to do is actually lead off with my... I like the Kommo-o lead, but I also like the idea of leading off with something else that does well against Pelipper. So really Mawile, but Mawile's too good right here. Let's lead off with this guy. Which specs Draco Oko turn one is something that I'm curious about. I feel like I tried anyway. This is a good breaker, but come on, I want to see a Specs Draco come off. It does 96 as they U-turn out, okay. So rocks are going to be vital for sure. I think I have no reason not to go Ferrothorn here. And then maybe just go right for the... It's Life Orb, okay, I thought it was Scarf Torn from what I remember. I'll Gyro Ball here as they go for Superpower, which I'm able to take. This should just kill between all that recoil and the defense drop, which I really like. So Swampert's in now. I think I should just sack this off now and go for Power Whip. As they decide to go right for the Waterfall, which is able to KO me just fine. What I want to do now is just get in my Rotom, and I believe click Hydro Pump here. As Manaphy comes in, okay. That's a cool switch in. I'll just Volt out on Manaphy as they Hydro Vortex. I can always get the berry back, so I'm not like super worried about that. I pretty much just go out into my Kommo-o now and claim if I want. But the problem is I claim with Focus Blast, which is not a move that I want to claim with. Let's try it. We've had a lucky life so far. Maybe the trend will continue. I actually outspeed them, which is funny. I do miss, and they're very slow. Okay. I do hit that one, which is cool. Pelipper comes back in. As I do miss again, unfortunately. That kind of sucks. Let's bring in Rotom then, and try to get my berry going. There's my Wiki. I can just Hydro Pump here. Start to weaken this guy. They do, unfortunately, miss. Maybe I should have Wisped it instead. I guess I'll go Serp now and just Leaf Storm here. Knock that guy out. Bisharp comes in. I just continue spamming Leaf Storm against this. They get rid of my item, which is like very whatever. I just knocked that out, and then I just hidden powered that thing. So we are able to go ahead and win. Even if they Sucker Punched, I could have in theory won with Kommo, but that still requires hitting more Focus Blasts. But I also think that Mega Mawile might have just done it anyway. They had to hope I choked right there and just went for like an SD randomly against the Bisharp, which obviously I didn't do. I'm sorry, they had to hope I switched out and then they SD'd up on that, is what I meant. And I'll be right back. So I found another match right here. Kommo-o in theory can do a lot of work, but it might require some offensive plays, just trying to maneuver myself around the Ferrothorn and the Lele. I think what I want to do right here is maybe just lead off with it and try to go for one of those attacks right away. Depending on what they lead off with, that might be in a good spot. As they do lead it right off with Tapu Lele, a little bit unfortunate. I don't see a reason not to go Ferrothorn, as they just Psychic right away and get a Spidef drop. I guess that's a little bit annoying, because if they go for like a Z here, that would be kind of bad. If they're switching out, they're going to go out into Lando, so I'll go Gliscor here, as they do go right for that hidden power. So I'm in a little bit of a tough spot now, because this thing's going to start spamming moves and wear me down. Can I take a Psychic from this range? Because I would take my rocks. Gliscor. Stealth Rocks, that's Specs. I don't take it. 72 to 85. I could take it. I don't know if I want to risk it. Okay, they don't get the Spidef drop. I should live from this range, I believe. Let's clock that too. I mean, I think I'm going for it no matter what. Yeah, I live, okay. So they don't have the Spidef drop on me anymore. I live that, and I'll be able to Oko Tapu Lele here. So that kind of works out for me, but now I'm really weak to Mega Zem for no reason, which kind of sucks. On the bright side, Mawile kind of claims a kill every time that's in. They go out here into their Kartana, which I'll just attempt to spike, I guess. So they just go for knockoff, okay. Knockoff is cool. I think I want to scout for this item and go out into this guy. I like the idea of just clicking Flamethrower here. They don't really pivot into it very well. Damage on Lando is great for my Mawile. If they go out into the Ferrothorn, that's great for Serp too, so that was kind of my thought process. Obviously, I could have Clanging Scaled as well. Let's bring out Gliscor here on the rocks. I can just get up my own, I guess. We know they're lefties, so they're not going to like blow me back with a Z move or anything like that, which I really like. There's that U-turn. I would imagine just Alakazam or Gengar come out. Kartana comes back out. Is this banded? Let's U-turn out. That's a banded knockoff. Okay, yeah, get out of here. That's definitely banded. I really have no reason not to click Player Off. I'm pretty sure it knocks out the Lando coming in. I don't think you risk Ferrothorn. You just lose to Serp if you lose your Ferrothorn right here. Yeah, you always go Lando first. I'll just sucker it, I guess. Or at least attempt right here. Why not? Yeah, I'm able to get rid of the Lando right there, which is great. This Mawile is a key right here. If I can pressure their team with it, that's great. Kartana comes back in. My most expendable mon at this point is my Gliscor, so I'll throw that out here to the Smart Strike, simply to get in my Rotom here and Volt Switch is, I believe, the play. Just get some momentum as they likely go out into the Ferrothorn, right? That would make a lot of sense. No, they actually make a more offensive play into Gengar. Okay, that's interesting. I don't really respond to Gengar, but Kommo should be able to take anything. I believe I'm immune to Shadow Ball, and Sludge Wave is definitely not going to Oko me, so like, I'm cool just clicking Flamethrower here, I guess. It should knock out Gengar, and I don't want Ferrothorn coming in. They debond, which is that better for me or worse? I'm trying to think about it, because Mawile has a lot of fun right here. In fact, so does Serp clicking HP Fire, but I kind of have to... I'll go Mawile on the Ferrothorn, okay. Just hit him up with the Fire Fang here. They don't switch in at all. Yeah, so I get rid of that, which is great, and I think I just win with Serp again. Yeah, Serp should have this. If this doesn't kill, Serp will win it for me. I'm actually glad that that didn't kill. And, okay, so if I really want to guarantee a win right here, I have to just make sure Zam doesn't come in. Actually, I might play a Sucker Punch, and then just spam Thunder Punch to make sure this can't get a sub up. Because the Rotom can take this on, right? We know that. So even though I technically, you know, could have just attacked right there to make sure this didn't come in, I'm still fine. Like, I just Hydro here. Yeah, now all I gotta do is, I guess, Volt out. Maybe I should have done something different, but it still just comes down to me hitting one Leaf Storm, right? It was always going to come down to this. Yeah, so I just Leaf Storm here. Maybe I made the bad maneuver. Perhaps I should have gone for the Hydro. This dies on entry, and that'll be that. So we are able to go ahead and win. Yeah, in hindsight, attacking with the Mawile that turn was better instead of going for Sucker Punch, because... No, it definitely wasn't, because if I missed the Leaf Storm against either of these, then I would have been bad. But obviously I put myself in a position where Serp only had to hit once, which was great, so I'll be right back. So I found another game right here. This guy's got an Infernape, which is a very cool mon. They've also got a Clefable, which is a not very cool mon. Player off is very spammable right here, is something I noticed immediately. I can get it in on stuff like Clefable and I guess, yeah, Clefable. Let's go ahead and go for the endgame with Serp. They're very big to Leaf Storm spam too. I'll lead off with Kommo-o on the Ape. Okay, this is kind of cool. On the off chance they want to do something bad and not go hard Clefable, I'll Draco, but they do. Clefable does get knockoff. I don't think I want to go Gliscor yet, but I also don't want to go Mawile on a T-Wave, so let's go Gliscor, as they double out into Mawile. Okay. Mawile does got Ice Punch. I don't want to go ahead and take damage on Rotom yet. Let's go to Brox here, as Landorus T comes out. This is okay. I can just get the U-turn out. Ideally, it's a slow U-turn. It is a fast U-turn. Okay, so I guess I'm taking damage on Rotom if I want to get out of here. They don't really switch into Hydro Pump, I just realized, but I'll Wisp first in case they make some bad pivot. They do make their smart pivot. It is Unaware Clef, we do find out. I mean, I can just literally use my Fat Core of Rotom plus a Gliscor to just maneuver around this team just fine. They wish right there, but this thing getting worn down is great. I really could care less about Lando coming back. There's a Moonblast, okay. So here's the momentum I wanted. I get to U-turn out now. They'd probably Wish Protect Moonblast. And then I would guess maybe Heal Bell. Could be T-Wave. I think I have to get in my Mawile now. Because I guess I could go Ferrothorn too, but it kind of just invites in things. Let's go Mawile. As they wish up, okay. So I know for a fact that Lando is coming out. I feel like there's no reason not to just go hard Kommo-o on it. But then again, that doesn't actually give me anything. Let's just play off and fish for crits here. As I don't crit, they get their health back, which is... it's cool. I'll just go here into Gliscor as usual. Try to get my rocks going again. And we'll go from there. Because we know it's Unaware Clef. Any damage on that is great. There's that Clef. I mean, the Defog. Yeah, okay, so... eventually I'm going to try to get in my Mawile on a turn that it can actually do something. Against this, I guess I'll just go Ferrothorn first. Ferrothorn is nice to have around, but they go for Ice Beam, it's Battle Bond. I think this is the point where I can go for a Gyro Ball and actually start damaging their team a bit. Yeah, damage on this is great. I'm able to get a nice 21. And... like, I can just Leech Eat up here. Even, like, Scarf Lando doesn't really beat my Pharaoh. They go for the Defog, which is totally cool. I think what I want to do is double to Mawile now. Because... I guess if they make the Ape double, which would be super offensive, that would be bad. I'll make the Gliscor play here on the Mawile. Okay, cool. And once again, I think my click is Rocks. As they decide to stay in and play rough, it's okay. Now here's the tricky thing. This Mawile is also a great breaker against me. Meaning I think I take my Earthquake damage and get out of here, yeah. I don't mind that very much because... I got to weaken onto their fairies, which is cool. It's great for Serp. In fact, Serp is going to go in here. Especially since we know what the Greninja is. It is Unaware Clef though, so that's something I do have to try to get rid of before I just start having fun. Ideally, I have enough speed for theirs, because Fire Fang does kill. And these are both of our best breakers right here. And I kind of had to do this because they don't switch into it. They go hard into Garchomp, really offensive play there. I guess I'll just bring in Ferrothorn. I can't really risk Mawile on an Earthquake right here, as much as I know rocks are coming up. Or an SD, okay, that's... maybe I should have risked it. Yeah, just Gyro Ball. As the SD again. Now it's just a matter of what do I value the most. I can beat the Greninja, so I think that's fine. Let's just continue Gyro Balling. As they knock me out with +4 EQ. I'll bring this in here to try to bluff them into thinking I'm not Scarf. I 2-hit KO right there, and I'm pretty sure I just swept, but... now this thing is actually, you know, in the game, which is great. Not. I just can't let them pass it to anything, so... I mean, Mawile will die, so I'll just play rough here. That's so bad. I just won the game with the Leaf Storm spam, I think. I 2-hit KO them right there. Infernape does die to +4, and they wouldn't even know I'm Scarf. This dies to play rough. No pass to that. I guess they hoped I choked and went for a Fire Fang or something. But, yeah, Infernape comes out here. I really don't know what to do at this point. I'll go Rotom. On an SD. Can I take one of these? Are you Z? What is this? It's not Z, but I just fall over anyway. Okay. My only hope is Kommo-o taking one. And then from there, I just gotta hope that Leaf Storm can somehow do it, which I don't even have enough PP for. They probably have Sucker Punch on Mawile too. I did get lucky this live though, so it's okay, I guess. Let's bring this out here. Sucker Punch, I guess. Try to weaken it. My only hope is they don't have Sucker on that thing. Oh, that killed. Okay, never mind. My only hope is hitting Leaf Storms now. I have to switch out. And hope they mess up. Yeah, there's the Earthquake. I just Leaf Storm here. I want to conceal my... Actually, I just revealed Sucker Punch, didn't I? Okay, so I get rid of them. I gotta hope they mess up and go Greninja. Or just something that doesn't take me on. They go Cleft, which should have been dead, which is so frustrating. I'll go Mawile. On the Wish. You can't pass it to anything, so I just play rough here and kill something. Nothing gets this Wish. This dies. Yeah. And, I think I'm good to go. Yeah, I see what I gotta do. I just sack this and then hit 2 Leaf Storms and I'm fine. They do hit. Leaf Storm will kill Clefable from 49 or whatever. Just hit Serp. I don't die to Shuriken. There's one. Come on, just hit the second one, Serp. This should die from 49. It lived on 17. And they get the Wish up, and that's just it, right? Unless they don't have Protect. I feel like they might not have... They have Protect. Yeah, I just got robbed of this. Had I hit against the Clefable earlier, I would have 2-hit KO'd it based on that damage with the Rocks plus Burn, and I literally just spammed Leaf Storm to win. But I guess that's okay. I'll drop a GG right there, drop a forfeit, and we do drop a game, unfortunately. I'll be right back. So I once again have another match right here. My opponent is very weak to Clanging Scales spam. Obviously, they have Coco again. Gotta call that coming in, because Flamethrower can't 2-hit KO it. I do want to scout for Dazzling Gleam. Mawile is once again just an amazing breaker right here with Thunder Punch plus Sucker Punch priority for the Victini. If that is Z Celebrate, I gotta keep my Rotom healthy. I'm actually guessing this might be Dual Screens Coco, so I'm gonna lead off with Gliscor, and maybe anticipating that lead, as they do lead off with this. So on the off chance it's not, and they go for a Specs HBIs here, Ferrothorn is my play. They opt to go right for the Taunt, which is very fine. So it probably is the the dual screen set. Let's go out into Gliscor here on the Kommo-o. Okay. I think it is worth getting up rocks as they do the same. I could see Dragon Dance coming out right here. Let's go ahead and U-turn. A little bit of a tough scenario as they go Celesteela. Never mind, very easy scenario now. This is going to get blown away by Thunder Punch. They probably have Protect, but you know, that's fine. Don't burn. That's so offensive. I just lost my best breaker, but that's dead, which really helps out my Serp. Serp is so good now because Celesteela is gone, so it's not the end of the world right here. Manectric decides to come in next. I feel like I just go for the Sucker Punch and get damage on it into range of Serp no matter what. Yeah, that's probably a better option right here. Manectric is a threat right here, and I would much rather just have it in Serp range. Okay, Lando T decides to hit the field now. Let's go Kommo-o, and because I very easily pivot into Tapu Koko, I'm going to go for the Draco Meteor here, on the off chance they don't go out into it. They decide to go right for the U-turn, likely into the Tapu Koko, I know, but it's not really a play I fear right here, is what I'm trying to stress. They do go Tapu Koko, which is totally fine. Like I said, even if they U-turn out here into the Victini, I do have my Rotom. They go for Brave Bird, so they're physical, good to know. I just click Leech Seed. They don't really deal with Leech Seed at all. I could see Manectric coming in right here, which would be like very whatever. They actually go for the Taunt, okay. And then what, Guardian of Alola? No, Gigavolt Havoc. So they're wearing me down for something. I don't really know what. Let's Power Whip here. They knock me out. Are you trying to set up with Kommo-o on this? I never will let you do that. I'll go hard Rotom and try to Wisp it. Maybe Z Kommo-o could be an issue. Perhaps? I don't know. Manectric comes in. Okay. I gotta make Superior happen soon. Is something I know. So let's go right here for the Power Whip again. I was actually thinking I might live that, but it didn't happen. Yeah, Superior's gotta happen soon. I gotta start Leaf Storming up before this gets out of hand. Out comes you. It's very likely having more speed than me, so I really can't go out into that mon. I'm gonna go Rotom. I can't go Kommo-o yet. Let's Wisp you. As you Toxic me. Okay, so this is very clearly like some sort of support set. Meaning I think it's safe to go Gliscor on it. On the Drain Punch. And maybe just go right for an Earthquake. Lando T coming out is very whatever. Like, I just get damage on it with rocks. That's great for Leaf Storm. I'll just U-turn out here. As they edge for a bit of chip. Could be Scarf, but it could also be Z. Let's go Rotom. I think I'm going to Volt Switch out. You don't stay in with this. Yeah, I'm able to get that right. Get back in my Gliscor right here, as they don't really deal with this, like, U-turn Vortex right here. I just gotta continue timing it. I have no reason not to Earthquake, obviously. They opt to Stealth Rocks in case I defog. Okay, I see what's happening. They're gonna try to set up with the Victini soon, meaning I gotta make sure that doesn't happen. Let's go Rotom here on the Drain Punch. Go right for the Volt Switch again. I have the Wiki Berry for next time I come in. Let's get in here on the Drain Punch. And they can't set up on Gliscor safely, which is great. Let's just Earthquake now as they protect, which gives me more recovery. I'm confused about that one. Okay, there's the Drain Punch. Yeah, Victini cannot set up on Gliscor. Like, I'm very confused what this maneuver was trying to do right here. Manectar comes in. It kind of has to HP Ice, if I had to be honest. I could take it. Like, it's probably not in my best interest. Let's go Rotom. Yeah. As, with the Rotom in, I can just Hydro. That killed. Okay, then. That's interesting. I'll bring this guy out. Click Leaf Storm. As long as I hit, I pressure Victini into range of Gliscor, and then Gliscor should solo the other two. Best case is they go Lando first. They are going Lando first. Yeah, they're definitely Scarf Lando, and that's why I was able to do what I did. Even if they, like, somehow get the Z Celebrate up, which I'm pretty sure this just dies, Gliscor will take one Searing Shot based on my Spidef, so... Unless I'm wrong, do I actually just die? No, but I actually outspeed Victini, so they would have to, like, hope for a miss the first time. Yeah, I see what would happen, because if they were to obviously hit the... If I hit the first one, all I'd have to do is switch out, come back and Glare, and then I could just go for the Gliscor, so... Yeah. They have to hope I missed the first time before they get the Z Celebrate up. They're going to go to DC. I'm just assuming they're not going to come back, so I'll be right back with another game. So I found the next game right here, likely going to be our final one. The Deontay is like the definition of a Kommo-o counter, which is kind of interesting. Gliscor right here is just great in this game. It's really only pressured by like Hoopa and maybe the Greninja. Obviously the Greninja, I don't know why I said maybe. I can go ahead and just spam player off this game. Maybe pressure the Heatran with the Kommo-o plus a Gliscor, and then Serp can go for game in the end. That looks like a game plan. Let's go ahead and lead off with a Rotom on the Deontay. So Hoopa's an interesting lead because I'm pretty sure I'll take a hit and then Wisp it, but I also don't pivot in. Let's Volt Switch out. As I do get my Volt Switch, they leave me just out of range of my berry, which is kind of frustrating. I'll bring in Mawile here, and what I'm going to do is I'll play rough. I don't think you go Heatran, you go Lando first. As against Lando, I think I can just go Gliscor. They have a lot of speed on Gliscor. They shouldn't outspeed it by any means. They get up the rocks, which gives me the berry on Rotom next time, which is why I was okay with that doing so much. Obviously, I would have preferred if they gave me my berry right there, but I guess it's not the end of the world. Let's see. Greninja decides to come in. Like, Ferrothorn can just come in on this pretty easily. Am I willing to play this game with them? I am, because the moment Heatran hits the field a couple times, Serp is just going to have a field day with this team. And speaking of Heatran coming in, that's a good damage right there. I'll use my Rotom as the pivot now. As they make a grand double, I just want to check whether I die to Dark Pulse. I feel like I don't. Greninja. It's like Ash with 103. I shouldn't die to this. Yeah, I don't die. And if they give me this, that's huge. Yeah, so they're going to make the smart pivot out, as they should. I bring in Mawile here, and I just play rough again. As they go Heatran, I don't have to predict Heatran, because every time it comes in, I'm getting Serp damage anyway. And eventually Serp is just going to rip this team apart, so that's what I'm looking forward to. Let's bring you in on that. I think my click is Hydro Pump, as they protect. On the off chance I'll live, I'll save you as fodder, I guess. Because I feel like they may pivot to Bulu here anyway. They actually double protect on me, which is a little bit annoying, but I guess it's whatever. The annoying thing is the Heatran's so healthy now. Kommo-o can come back in here. Focus Blast kills everything, I guess, so let's just click that. This is going to get blown away, but I do miss, unfortunately. Not the greatest. Yeah, that's bad. Because now it just gets to fire off moves, and I don't pivot into Moonblast with this team. There's the Moonblast. I'm out of HP fire range, and I feel like they may go back to Heatran here. So I think what I want to do is just Leech Seed, or Gyro Ball, sorry. Okay, they protect on the off chance I guess I click Spikes on their switch out. I think Gliscor is an okay play, yeah. Because this Heatran coming in is really bad for me. As here what I can literally just do is click Earthquake. I'm going to play off their chokes over and over again. Okay, there's the Bulu coming in. I just got to make sure it doesn't recover, meaning Ferrothorn takes the Horn Leech. And every time Ferrothorn comes in, they're actually Scarf. Speaking of not letting it recover, that's not what happened. I'll play Rough again. So this guy keeps on going Heatran, and it's getting weakened for sure. Do I just take the damage and then try to go for Serp sometime soon? That's probably my play. Let's do it. They miss a Magma Storm, which is really terrible, but I feel like at this point, like I had you in range of Serp anyway, all I had to do was force you out, and then the next time Serp comes in, it just wins with the Leaf Storm. They protect right there, which is like very whatever. I'll Sucker here. I feel like they sack at this point. Okay, yeah, that's all I needed. I think I just went with my Serp from this positioning. Let's Focus Blast here. They should just stay in, but I'm not gonna overpredict. Actually, no, I don't care. If they go Deontay, then that's my setup fodder. So let's go out and let's just go for the Clanging Scales. Yeah, that's how I get Serp in against Deontay, Gren, or Lando. It's one of those three. The moment those three come out, I just win with the Leaf Storm. Assuming, obviously, I hit, which is, you know, never a good win con, but it's the one I had to go for right here. This entire game plan was just pressuring Heatran, which is why I was willing to Sucker Punch to sack Mawile right there, and put myself in a rather tougher position. Yeah, Serp is going to have fun now. It's just going to come down to whether I hit or not, which... I mean, it's very whatever whether I do, but ideally we can. What are they doing right here? If they're sub-Mega Deontay, then I'm gonna have to break it first. I guess if I really want to break it reliably, I just go out into Gliscor to make sure they can't. Well, I'll be in range anyway, so let's just Clanging Scales again. Yeah, there's the Moonblast, and this is pretty much the game right here. How many in a row can I hit? I believe the odds are about 60% of me actually... I believe the odds are about 60% of me actually winning this. We know there's Scarf Bulu, so as long as this goes down, which it will, I'm fine anyway. Because I still have 6 of these, and they have 4 Mons, right? They messed up their Heatran really badly. You die. You had Protect, didn't you? Yeah, so I guess in theory they can stall them out, but they're still losing what, like, their entire team besides Deontay? Yeah, they're gonna switch out again, sack off the Lando. I have 4, that Deontay has 1 more switch in, I believe. No, it could come in twice. No, never mind, I forgot about the Spike. Yeah, so now I Leaf Storm. And, yeah, 3 Leaf Storms, 3 Mons. They try to double Protect, doesn't really work out for them. I did miss 1 initially, which was quite interesting. I just Leaf Storm here. And even at this point, I believe my Ferrothorn can take on the Gren in the worst case scenario. I don't miss, and using all 8 Leaf Storms, we're able to go ahead and win. Weakening that Heatran in the last game was very key. I did hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Later.